Give me a sec, guys. I gotta do something. I'm gonna turn that off so you see full gameplay right now. Anyway, welcome to the live stream, guys. Right now I'm playing Warface. It's a free game on PSN. I'm pretty sure it's on the other platforms, but you know, it's a fun game. I'd say that much. But yeah. From the description of the video, you probably guys already know what I'm about to talk about. But just to be clear with you, I'm gonna actually say what I'm about to be ranting about, and it's basically gonna be about Bethesda, more about Fallout 76. I don't have to rant that much about Bethesda that much. There's only a few things I gotta say about it, and if you guys do remember this, you know, this is my opinion and everything. So, you know, I'm just making that clear because some people, you know, take things too seriously. And yeah, this is my opinion. So anyway, today I heard that there was a beta out for like Fallout 76, and I was like, I guess this might be like an open beta where like, you know, not every platform, but at least one platform would get it, and it's like it said the Xbox One, so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get on my Xbox One, see what I can do from there. And they said around like 5 to 7, this beta would be so like a 4-hour beta, basically. Actually, no, 3 hour.
As the production hub of the world.
So anyway,
it's no surprise Blackwood made China the third center of their weapons and electronics development.
Try out the game before.
Our job is to bring their activity in China and beyond to its knees.
You get what I'm saying, but anyway, I wanted to try out the beta, you know, to see how it was if I wanted to get it. And so I'm looking, it's like, it's 5 o'clock, right? So I'm like, okay.
Satellite recon
So
shows a
I'm just
heavy
gonna guess
Blackwood
right
presence
now
in the area.
that,
Your
you know,
mission is to eliminate as
up
many
in
hostile
mine.
forces as
So
possible.
go to the Xbox store. Oh god, calm down. Anyway, I go to the Xbox store and I type in Fallout 76 beta, and I'm there. Well, it's there, but then I go in to see if I can install it, and it won't let me. It just says go to Game Hub. So I'm over here like, okay, what's going on, you know? So anyway, after that, I'm just like, okay. So I look it up on Google, and it's like, oh yeah, well, it's only if you pre-order. You pre-order your game, then you get to play the beta. So then I'm over here like, okay, so you gotta pre-order the game to get the beta. I'm like over here thinking like, what kind of logic is this right now, you know? Like, what kind of logic is this? I don't know how I don't know how like Bethesda does their betas in general.
Ammo, health, and armor restored.
Oh my
Teammates
god,
survive.
he messed me up. I don't care, I still got him. Anyway, I don't know how Bethesda does their betas and all, but from what I can tell, like, this beta, you know, usually when you do a game, it's usually the beta, the closed beta, then the open beta. But from what I can tell, they're not having any open betas, only closed betas, which to me seems kind of suckish that you have to pre-order the game. I always thought like a beta was like, oh yeah, there's a closed beta for the people who like pre-order, and then there's an open beta for people, you know, who basically didn't pre-order but want to see how it's like. Plus there's more features in the open beta. That's how I always thought of it. Like, because that's how Xenoverse 2 was. When you first opened up the beta, the open beta, it was always basically there was more items. Basically, there was more items on there than the closed beta. And multiple games have open and closed betas. So why is Fallout 76 not having that open beta? It's an online multiplayer game, and they want all this feedback, so why not, you know, have an open beta for the people, you know, who want to try out the game to see if they want to pre-order it? Like, that's basically what Xenoverse did. They did a closed beta for the people who pre-ordered it, and then an open beta for the people who wanted to see how good it was. Mostly people did the open beta, but some people also did the closed beta to see how it was earlier, even though it didn't have the amount of features and everything. But still, at this point, you know, it's kind of messed up because, you know, basically, if you pre-order the game, you get it. You get to play it early. There's no open beta, basically. So at this point, I was like, well, that's kind of messed up. Why? Just like why? You know? And like I said, multiple other games have a closed and open, so why can't Fallout 76 have it? For more feedback. And I'm not just saying like people out there probably say, oh, well, you're just mad because there's no open beta. No, I'm not mad about it. Quite frankly, I was actually leaning on not getting Fallout 76 because of how much stuff I've heard about it. They've changed the lore. They messed up the VAT system, and it's really not even a Fallout game. At least I wouldn't consider it a Fallout game. A Fallout game is what I would consider is definitely Fallout New Vegas, and then maybe Fallout 3. Maybe Fallout 3. Fallout 4, maybe. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't like New Vegas basically, or 3. But, you know, that's besides the point. I don't consider 76 a Fallout game. It's basically Fallout Online, if you think about it. Like, it's kind of like the Elder Scrolls, not Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, but it's kind of like the Elder Scrolls Online. It's basically, it's kind of like that, basically, from what I can tell. I might be wrong, so if you guys want to go back later on and, you know, comment down in the comment section and, you know, correct me, then I'll say I'm sorry in the next video, you know, because right now I'm just working on unscripted, so yeah. Anyway, I wasn't planning on getting Fallout 76, so once I heard that there was a beta, you know, I was like, well, I guess I'll be able to try the game out and see how I think about it, you know. I was like, okay, so I guess I won't try out the game, because, you know, most people aren't going to pre-order the game just to play it. I felt bad for that guy. I think he was the last team member who went out.
Ammo, health, and armor restored.
Anyway,
Teammates revived.
not most people are not going to pre-order a game just to get the beta. I think that's one thing that Bethesda did not get about it, is that most people are not going to pre-order a game just to get to the beta. And from what I heard of it, the beta, once you play it, it carries over to the game. Oh my god, dude, that's some lag right there. I might have to make, I don't know. I'm just going to go with it for now. But here's what I gotta say, is that when I first hopped on the Xenoverse 2 beta, which was a few years ago, you know, oh god, sniper. Anyway, when I hopped on the Xenoverse 2 beta a few years ago, your stuff did not carry over into the actual game, even though they did give you a beta jersey, which I'm okay with. If it's, you know, carrying over something that was like clothing or something, I'm fine with that. But if it's actual attributes, like, then why? Like, what's the point? You're getting an early start, you're getting all these, like, guns, while, like, most people who didn't play the beta, right, they start out with like probably 10 millimeter, no, probably like a pistol or something. That's kind of how I see it as. Now, I don't see that as being fair for the people who have like pipe pistols or like automatic like machine guns over here. I'm pretty sure they're not going to put all the guns in there, but like, a lot of people are going to have head starts from like the beginning if you think about it. Like, that's kind of not fair, and you know, it's not fair to the other players who literally didn't get to pre-order the game. But I mean, you know, let's not dwell on it for too long, because then I'll just be on that saying how unfair it is all day. Anyway, going back, I think that's kind of a little messed up how they got this beta set up, because at first I was like, okay, so they have an Xbox or PC, like PS4 beta, but then I read about it and it's like, oh yeah, you have to pre-order the game. It's like, my mentality is like, why would you pre-order for a $60 game? And you could say, well, you don't have to pay for it like fully, right? Like, you don't have to pay for it all of it at the same time. And yeah, like, that's true, but you're basically paying for a game that you don't know that you like it. You're paying for a game you don't know you like it, and you just gotta think about it at that point. If you haven't played the beta yet, why would you spend money on a $60 game?
We've only got a narrow window to get
Isn't
out of
that
here.
like, you know, a little like, I wouldn't say messed up, but I'd say like, isn't that a little like, you know, money hungry? Like, I mean, I'm not saying Bethesda's is like money hungry like other companies, I'm not gonna name. I'm just saying their mentality of, you give us some money and then you'll get the beta, in my mind, that's kind of messed up a little bit. And then not only that, but they have microtransactions. Why would a Fallout game need microtransactions? Think about it. Why would a Fallout game need microtransactions? New Vegas didn't have microtransactions. 3 didn't have microtransactions. 4, it kind of did with the creation club. But they didn't want to say that it was actually microtransactions, and they wanted to label it under something else, but I'm not going to get into that. So anyway, I like that poster there. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, like, this doesn't hit me as a Fallout game. Like, you know, it doesn't hit me as a Fallout game. The microtransactions, online, like multiplayer, it's like, you know, it's not a Fallout game. They could have like labeled it as something else. Like, oh yeah, like a new game, new game series. They could have named like named it something else. Like, not only that, they could have just made it like, oh yeah, this isn't a part of the Fallout lore. They could have just said that it's not a part of the Fallout lore, so you don't have to worry about canon, which is one thing. What the heck? Anyway, they could have just labeled it as non-canon, and you know, I would have been fine with that. Heroes is non-canon, and I'm fine with that. Dragon Ball Heroes is non-canon. And some people don't like it because it doesn't fit for like lore of like Super, like how like a Dragon Ball standards up to today, basically, you know. Which, you know, to me, Heroes is kind of like, you sit down and you watch it and you have fun. That's what Heroes, Super Dragon Ball Heroes is to me. And in my opinion. You sit down, watch it, and have fun. But there's some people out there that literally are like, oh yeah, well it's 8 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, it's a promotional anime. Well, that doesn't make sense. The fighting scenes are too short. Maybe because, I don't know, like I said again, it's a promotional anime. And that maybe they don't have that much like, money to like, go eat for a full-on Dragon Ball Heroes anime series. I don't know. I don't know the reason why. I mean, if you do have reasons why, like I said, go down in the comment section, you know, you can basically comment at me and tell me why. But until then, I see it as, like, it's not mentioned. They haven't mentioned it, so, you know, it's not a big deal, in my opinion. So, you know, I see it as just, you know, people are like, oh yeah, it's just glorified fan service. Yeah, it doesn't follow the storyline. Like, it's supposed to be fan service. Like, what's the problem with fan service? And I mean, people are like, well, having too much fan service it could be bad. But this isn't the actual series though. So then, like, you know, I'm just getting into a whole nother deal. I'm getting into a whole nother topic here, and I don't want to literally go off track. I would have been happy if, you know, Bethesda came out, or whoever does the lore for the Fallout series just came out like, oh yeah, well, this is not canon to the Fallout lore. And I would have been happy, most people would have been happy. But no, they said, well, yeah, this is part of the Fallout lore. It's back in, like, it's farther back than the beginning of the first Fallout. I'm pretty sure that's what they said. I might be wrong about that. Oh, dude, this cow must have got left behind. Anyway, they said that, and yeah, it's before the first Fallout. Nah, I'm okay with that. There's no NPCs, and then that's when I was like, that's kind of weird. And they're like, yeah, they're all robots. I'm like, okay, they're all robots. That's fine. I can deal with robots. Okay? But then they changed it again. They said, now they changed their mind. They're like, okay, we're gonna get your quest from holotapes. Okay. This is kind of worrying me a little bit. Next thing I know is that they're like, yeah, there's no mods until like probably next year. And then that's where I was like, yeah, this game isn't gonna do too well. To the point where Bethesda really literally just came out themselves and said, yeah, this game is probably, it has so much bugs and we're gonna need your feedback for it. Because guess what? The modders fix the games for them. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know who would say that the modders don't fix the game, because in my opinion, they kind of do. Because they have so many like patches for so many bugs. For example, in Fallout 4 there was this one bug that if you used a stealth suit, that it would literally make your character invisible. You would think that's a good thing. You wouldn't be able to see, like, people wouldn't be able to see you. But no, people can see you. You're invisible, but they can see you. Not only that, but you can't see your pit boy. You can't see nothing. So I was like, man, I wish they fixed this pretty soon. So I went under like the mods. I went under the like mod page, and there was a mod that says gets rid of the invisibility bug, and I was like, dang, dude, like this guy had what I wanted. And you know, that's what I mean by they fix basically all these bugs and all that. The modders fix all these bugs, and that's why they had to come out with that little sheet of where, oh yeah, but there's gonna be a lot of bugs and we need your feedback for the data.
Time for some R&R.
Now they did say that earlier, like back in E3, they're like, yeah, well we need feedback from other players. you know. And I was thinking, yeah, that's okay, but now that you think about it, now that I think about it, okay, would it be better to A, have a closed and open beta? Because for the people who have closed, you know, who have pre-ordered the game to get their feedback, for open, for people who literally like more people who can find more bugs to help the game out? Or is it B, come out with just only a closed beta, get feedback from there from like just a small amount of people? I mean, there's probably been a lot of people who pre-ordered it just to get the beta, but still, like who would do that? I mean, I know some games do that. Like they'll just have only a closed beta. That's fine. But if you saw what happened to Fallout 4 and how many bugs it has in it, then you would think at this mindset that maybe they should have an open beta and maybe they should have, I don't know, maybe a an open beta and a closed beta. That's all I'm saying. You know, maybe they should think, okay, some of our games have these game breaking bugs, and the first person to tell me that Skyrim does not have bugs in it, they're lying. I can tell they're lying. Because I've encountered bugs in Skyrim the entire time I've been playing it. A few bugs, actually. I think there was one time I actually fell down through the map. I don't know how I did it, but I fell down through the map. And don't get me started about that one, like let's say you kill somebody in Skyrim. Like you're in a town, you kill somebody. You might as well kiss your life away, because if you go through one door, not just any door, just one door, you go through one door, it saves it. And guess what? Let's say you have not that much health left. You have no potions that you can drink to get out of the city, right? Guess what? You're done with. They get one hit off on you, and you go back to that door save. You literally have to retrack your save, and it's horrible. And sure, you can quick save, but some people don't just quick save. Sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't. But that's not the point. There's a lot of Bethesda games have bugs in them. If you want another example, Skyrim on the Switch, it has the same bugs as the original Skyrim. Any port of Skyrim literally still has the bugs it had. And you think about it, any other game developer who would literally port a game from their company, they would want to fix these bugs, you know. Or at least in my mindset, that's what I would want to do. So people don't have to worry about it and they just play the game and not get interrupted. But for Bethesda, sometimes they'll leave the bugs in, sometimes they won't. And, you know, some bugs, you know, they're not game breaking, but some of them are game breaking and they can ruin your experience. For example, there's this one bug I don't know if many people know about, but if you open the mod page on Skyrim, and I don't know if this is just on Xbox or PS4 or on PC, I don't know which one it would be on, but I've only ran into this bug on Xbox. But this bug involves to the point where if you close out the mod page on the Xbox One, I don't know if it's just a mod that's doing it, but if you close out on the mod page, it literally crashes the entire game, and it takes you back to the main menu. And that'll sometimes happen to my when I do that, when I close out the mod page on Skyrim for the Xbox. And I'm like, this is like immersion, but well, not immersion, like you're not playing the game, but like, you know. Like, let's say you're downloading a mod and it just does that out of the open. Well, not only could it possibly, you know... Like, it's kind of like if you save and then the game crashes. That can break it, that can corrupt your save file. and a lot of basically hours spent on that save file, which in my opinion kind of sucks. But sometimes you run into that. And sometimes it can't be helped. Sometimes it can be helped, and you know, I've ran into that problem on my own before, but sometimes I figure out how to fix it. Eventually I figured out how to fix it, you know. But for Bethesda to come out and literally just say that, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of bugs and we need a lot of feedback. I mean, at least they're preparing, and they might have like a whole team that's supporting this game, but you gotta remember, this is Bethesda we're talking about. This ain't no EA, this ain't no Activision, this ain't no Epic Games, this ain't no Valve. Definitely no Valve. No company can I don't know. Prey the people who made Prey, they made a Half-Life mod and it was pretty good from what I heard. So that maybe they could top them. Forgot their names, but eventually I'll remember them. You know, I'll give them credit for it. But no, but I don't know. I don't think any company could stack up to basically what Valve can do, or what Valve did back in the day. Because nowadays you might think, well, Valve, they have Steam. You know, they're literally, if you think of PC gaming online, you think of Steam. You don't think of any other. You don't think of Origin. You don't think of Blizzard.net. You don't think about Bethesda.net. You don't think about any of it. You think about Steam, because they have so many PC games on there. And you might think, well, yeah, they have Steam, so that would mean they would be making games. Well, they're starting to make games again. They were really focusing on doing hardware, and that was it. But then, you know, until Gaben came out and was like, oh yeah, well, we're gonna start focusing on games again. But the first game that they announced was a card game, so I don't really see that as being one. It might, I don't know. It didn't seem that interesting to me. But yeah, but back in the day, in today's standards, nobody can top what Valve did back in the day, and that's just my opinion. Some older companies like the people who made Doom, they still make pretty good games. It's Software, that's who they are. Yeah, they did pretty good on the newer 2016 Doom, and I heard that Eternal Doom, from what I saw from the E3 trailer, it was only a decent trailer. I saw the gameplay a little bit, and it looked okay. But anyway, that's besides the point. You might say, well, some of those games you're talking about are they're not from Bethesda, but they were published by Bethesda. And yes, but they were worked on by separate, like, development studios. It wasn't just Bethesda. Bethesda just published them. If I'm right about that. If I'm wrong about that, like I said, comment down in the comment section. But that's besides the point. You know, I was really keen on thinking about getting this game. You know, I was really keen. But, you know, since they're not having an open beta, you know, I'm thinking I'm just not getting it. I heard Black Ops 4 was okay. It was okay, from what I heard. The Blackout mode, I heard a lot of people say it was good. There's no story mode. The multiplayer, I heard that it still needs some, what is the word I'm looking for? It still needs some touching up, and zombies is just zombies. It's always been how it's been, basically. So that was on one of my list of checking out. And what else? Just some of the games coming out this fall was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I know, and I also know why they're putting them out in fall, because like fall is literally like the season, not the season, but it's literally like where they literally just bring out all the like heavy hitters, basically, in my opinion. Sometimes they don't bring out that many good games in fall, but this year they are, from what I heard of. And for me talking about Call of Duty in this video, for recent years I wasn't too keen on it, and from what I've heard of Black Ops 4, I mean, I heard pretty good things from it, so I might check that out. You know, I might go pick that up sometime. Anyway, but that's besides the point. And it's kind of sad that I'm saying I would rather pick up a Call of Duty game than a Fallout game, because from what I saw from Black Ops 4 has more stuff than Fallout 76. Here's what I would say. I'd rather pick up Black Ops 4 and Red Dead Redemption together instead of getting Fallout 76. Because first off, I haven't played a Red Dead Redemption. I haven't played the first or the second one. And you're probably saying, well, the second one is the newer one. But before that, I think there was a Red Dead Revolver, which was the first Red Dead game by Rockstar. And then there's Red Dead Redemption. Those are the first and second game. So technically Red Dead 2 is basically 3. Anyway, it's basically Red Dead 2 is Red Dead 3. And supposedly they have it online, and here's the difference between, you know, Activision, Rockstar, and Bethesda. Rockstar will literally, if the game has a ton of bugs in it, they'll hold it back, they'll delay it, and fix those bugs, which I always thought is good, because usually game developers, in a way, you know, should want to fix their game and want to delay it further back to fix these, you know, bugs. So yeah, I always thought that was good about Rockstar. Activision, they can do good stuff. For example, Blackout. From what I heard of it, it's really good. A lot of people think that it beats out PUBG, which I haven't played PUBG personally, but I've heard some things about it, and I just never got interested in PUBG. But from what I saw of Blackout, it looked okay. It looks better than PUBG, and PUBG runs on the Unreal Engine. So if you think about it, it's kind of bad that the PUBG runs on the Unreal Engine, but it hardly runs. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I think it one time dropped down to 10 frames from what I heard of. Probably less. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm still waiting for this to start up. It says that there needs to be 3 other people. So I'm just gonna start just messing around here. Throw a grenade up to see if it... Oh god. But nah, it's kind of sad that PUBG, even though it runs on the Unreal Engine, you know, hardly gets good frames. And the funny thing is that Fortnite runs on the Unreal Engine. Don't get me wrong, the Unreal Engine is good. If the people who made PUBG made, like, actually took, I don't know if they took their time, they might have took their time on it. If they would have, like, upped the graphics by a ton, made it look like more not more realistic, but like how it is now, but just up the graphics, it would probably look better than Black Ops 4. Because the Unreal Engine, in my opinion, the Unreal Engine is one of the best engines, aside from other engines. Maybe the Cryo engine. That's a good engine. But yeah, there's other engines out there, but in my opinion, the Unreal Engine itself is one of the top engines out there to use because you can do a lot of stuff in it. For example, Project Borealis. Basically it's a recreation of Episode 3 from Mark Laidlaw's blog on his website, where he basically not leaked the script of Episode 3, but Episode 3. But yeah, and it looks great. And they basically said that they come out with a demo with original Ravenholm, and I've been actually expecting to see what it looks like from there, because I always thought Ravenholm was one of the places in Half-Life 2 that was actually really good. There's a few others that are good in Unreal, but I'm not gonna list them off because we'll be here all day. The point is that Activision, if they see a bug, if they have a top mode, they want to try something new. If Activision wants to try something new, they'll take out like something like story mode, because story mode in Black Ops World at War, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 was good. I played partly of Black Ops 3 and I didn't think it was good. The story was not that good. If it was me, I would have probably left the story in and just went off the Menendez deal from Black Ops, I think Black Ops 2, where he was still alive. I would have went off that, except I would have went with David Mason's son, maybe. That would have been a good story, because it's following the lore of the Black Ops series. But I mean, you know, if they had to take out story mode to, you know, improve another mode, then I'm okay with that. Most people were okay with it. But the point is, the reason why they probably took it out is because most people did not like Black Ops 3 story mode. And in my opinion, they should have probably worked on it a little bit more before they released Black Ops 3. And I felt like the futuristic deal was okay. It was okay in Black Ops 3, but I feel like just taking it out is kind of like, you know, you're regressing. It's regressing it. But I'm not saying it is regressing it. I mean, they could have had both, like, oh yeah, you have, you know, this awesome like futuristic stuff, but you can still play normally, like you just jump, slide, all that, like how it was back in Modern Warfare.
Self-sufficiency. This is Blackwood's ultimate ambition, and their reason for looking east to China. Their plans to move all weapons manufacturing to the region, and a long-term goal of cutting out any third parties, make their activity in the area potentially catastrophic. We must stop them.
The area's crawling with Blackwood forces. Find them and neutralize them.
Okay, I'm back. I had to go do something for a little bit. Anyway, the point is that these other companies I'm comparing to Bethesda, they'll, if they want to do something new, they'll take something out. For example, I don't think that Black Ops 4 supposedly has microtransactions in it right now, but I heard that they're gonna add it in eventually. From what I heard, but I'm not really sure about it. So yeah. I don't know where that shot's coming from. I'm gonna figure out where it's from. Dude, move out the way. Anyway. From these companies I've just been explaining, including Valve, but I mean, you really can't compare the Source Engine to the Unreal Engine. I mean, unless they come out with Source 2 eventually, if they do that, then yeah. Maybe. I'm not gonna say it's maybe. It's probably still not. Source Engine might look better, but that's besides the point. Like, you know, until the day I see that the Unreal Engine is outperformed by another engine, then I'm gonna say that the Unreal Engine is one of the better engines
Ammo,
to use
health, and
if
armor
you're a game
restored.
developer.
Teammates revived. Heavy gunner
So,
ahead. Eliminate him.
aside from the cryo engine. Okay, get up to it. Oh god. Dude, what the heck? I just got killed. He shot me through my vest and said Hakai. But nah,
Try to flank him and attack from the rear.
compared to Activision, you know, Rockstar, if they have to, they'll probably delay their games. Bethesda, on the other hand, they probably wouldn't delay their. I mean, if it's like game breaking, like literally it's just game breaks, like it crashes so much, then I'd say yeah, then you probably would, they would probably delay it. But if it's not that major bug, they probably would not delay it. So just by that, you know, just by that, I'd say yeah. In my opinion, right now, I probably will not pre-order. Just play the beta. I'm not gonna pre-order, dude. And it's from what I've heard from another person, it's kind of like an alpha instead of a beta. This guy is packing like some armor right here. I'd help this dude out if I had a chance. Gonna take out them. Dude, he's about to get overrun. Oh. What the heck is he? Is he the Rhino? But nah. Just going back. I know I went off topic, you know. And I was like, yeah, well, basically, you know, I was on this without, like, the beta. And like I said, in my opinion, they should have a closed and open beta. Closed for, like I said, people who pre-ordered, and open for people who are thinking to buying it. That's how all beta should be. That's how Xenoverse was. That's how probably most games actually do their betas. Some games probably don't do that, and that's fine. But I feel, in my opinion, that each game should have, well, if before a game comes out, there should be an open and close. But yeah, I guess I had to get that off my chest because it was really bothering me. I guess before this video ends, I do have to say one thing, is that from what I heard, is that they might be bringing Dragon Ball Heroes over to the U.S. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I said they might, because Heroes is coming to the Switch, and from what I could tell, it's not region locked. So they might do it. They might bring it over. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Uh, and yeah. Oh, do they have Battle Royale? I might want to try that out. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And remember, uh, I ain't just one of the legendary Saiyans. Uh, you guys are actually. I think I came up with a name for you guys, and I want you guys to be, um, my I'll be called, like, my nickname could be like the legendary Saiyan, not Brawly. And then you guys could be the legendary Saiyans, like multiple, with an S. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. I hope you all have a good day, and yeah, till the next upload, peace out.